Welcome to Dear X, a new podcast series from the creators of The Mohua Show. In this podcast, we will speak to individuals who've had the courage to call it quits in their relationships and marriages when it wasn't working any longer. We will discuss the dreaded D word of divorce, which most of us shy away from. Dear X will speak to once married, now single folks, people going through heartbreak, counselors, and lawyers to bring you honest, trippy truths of what it took to say no more. So, hi, in today's episode, we have with us Alka Dugal. Alka joins me from Delhi to talk about the word divorce and the impact it has on people. It is such a final word, Alka. लगता है कि इसके बाद और शायद कोई और word के साथ, we can't express the emotion that is so raw, with the word divorce. So, Alka, I just thought that in this episode for Dear X, what are the things that you had to navigate being a homemaker, which is even more difficult? And I know that being a homemaker, it is extremely difficult to take that decision because you're not financially independent, So I think there are many women who would love to know from you, how did you muster the courage? What was that turning point आपकी जिंदगी में? And how did the children react? How did your family react? And सबसे ज़्यादा, how have you been able to handle this crisis?
Hi, Moha. So, I know it's a very difficult subject to talk about because it's nothing that, which is very easy for me to take out the words and to speak about it. It is very difficult. It's basically, I would first like to tell that, it's not the divorce, which I'm divorced right now. I'm in a separation from since last 8 years, and divorce is like something which can just happen, like it's just on the papers and everything, but nothing to do with that. So the thing is, the first thing which comes in mind when actually the word divorce comes, and when you want to take the separation, why me? What did I do wrong? You need to take, you want answers, and if those answers are unsolved, so then the frustration is always there. you know like, if there are two parties and they both equally know they've done bad to each other, right? So they take divorce. There are some times when there is one party is done wrong and the other party gets to know shit, they take divorce. Like, there are many reasons to get separate and to take divorce, but there's some divorce which is called silent divorce. So, it's so difficult to understand those silent divorce, that why is it happening? And there is no reason behind it.
अलका, बहुत बहुत अच्छा लगेगा आप मुझे थोड़ा बताओ साइलेंट डिवोर्स के बारे में, क्योंकि मैंने ये पढ़ा हुआ है। बहुत सारे लोग कहते हैं कि साइलेंट रेजिग्नेशन भी होती है आजकल कंपनीज में, एंड इट्स अ वर्ड दैट इज लाइक टेकिंग ओवर, जहाँ पे आपका रिश्ता खत्म हो जाता है। तो साइलेंट डिवोर्स इज नॉट अ वर्ड आई थिंक लॉट ऑफ पीपल एंड आवर लिसनर्स आर वेरी फेमिलियर विद। जस्ट थ्रो सम लाइट ऑन दिस, अलका।
So basically, silent divorce is something, in my knowledge, is, where the two parties are there together, but there is no relationship. There is just no relationship. And there are obviously reasons why there are not any relationship, but they are not known to public, you know. People don't know about it. And it is all within the walls. It is everything which is happening with the two people, and nobody else knows about it, what is happening, what is not happening. That is which is called silent divorce. In this, basically what happened is, like, definitely one party is dying from inside. Like, there is maybe both or one party is dying from inside, but they would not like to speak about it in public. They would not like to, they would, their parents won't come in between, the society cannot interfere, they refuse to go to any counselors and everything, and they just, the love grows up, like, there's no love in between the two party, and they decide to be separate. That's called like your silent divorce.
उनका मानती हूँ ना, बहुत सारे शादियां हैं जहाँ पे साइलेंट डिवोर्स चलता है, पर लोगों के पास हिम्मत नहीं होती, और वो जजमेंट नहीं करना कि हिम्मत नहीं क्यों नहीं होती है, बिकॉज हिम्मत जोड़ना आसान नहीं होता है. You it is extremely difficult as a woman in India even today. It's not this that you are going to be left alone by your relatives. Even sometimes parents don't approve, and they always try and tell you that you continue to stay on in the marriage. If I stayed on, even you should. So tell us a little bit about how you could come into this entire decision. आसान तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं था. कब था वो turning point तुम्हारे लिए, और how did you muster the courage, Alka?
See, now it was obviously not for, it's not about me, it's about any person. It's not easy to be separate after 20 years of marriage and 2 years, 3 years of knowing each other, then getting married and then getting divorced. It's actually not very easy. But what happened is when you see that you've been forced time to time and you've been like told or asked that don't nobody loves you and you have no space in this house, you are just living, you're just occupying the place, you're just like without even forgetting the words what you're using and not realizing it that once you got me in this house was my house. The sad part is, Moa, today's like in this relationship, when you get girls, when you marry them, when they come to your house, you first thing tell them, beta, this is your house too. आप ना इसको अपने घर की तरह समझना, आपको इसको घर की तरह रखना है, ठीक है? एंड the minute they don't think, they feel that now they don't have that kind of a thing with you and you don't fit into it for so and so reason or whatever it is, go to your house, leave this house, हमारा घर छोड़ो, हमें छोड़ो, मुझे छोड़ो. Then why do you say this is your house? And when girls then they don't get into your house and they don't try to make you people and your, देखो कैसी लड़की है, मैं हमारे को अपना ही नहीं बनाती, अपना घर नहीं समझती. घर समझो तो घर नहीं है तुम्हारा, निकलो बाहर. Stick to one point, stick to one point. My mother-in-law would always say कि लड़की तो कच्चा घड़ा होता है, आप उसको जैसे भी बनाओ वो वैसे बन जाती है, हम आपको लेकर आए हैं, जैसे भी करेंगे, हम कच्चा घड़ा है, कच्चे घड़े को जैसे बनाओ कर लेंगे. The minute my husband said, go, I don't love you, there's that, whatever it is, there is no love between us and everything, and my mother-in-law was quiet and everything. मैंने कहा मम्मी मैं तो कच्चा घड़ा थी ना, मैं तो कच्चा घड़ा थी, बनाया तो आप लोगों ने, तो कैसा बनाया मुझे? लाइक दैट मीन्स मेकर में फॉल्ट है ना, बनने वाले में क्या, वो तो कच्चा घड़ा था, उसको क्या पता उसको क्या शेप लेना है. सो द थिंग इज, the minute you have girl in your house, you should have a very particular things, you should know how to nurture a person, you should know how to take care of a person, and definitely the person will give back. This thing is, if they don't get that thing back and things happen like this, unfortunately what happened, then definitely it's like bad luck for the girls. It's girls bad luck because she's living a nice house and going. But since I have left my house, I never thought I left a nice house and I've come.
Where did you go, Alka, after you left? कहाँ गए आप? सबसे
Okay, so what happened? Yeah, so what happened? My journey started when I got married, and when I got married, I was like working before. I was always working since my 11th standard. I've been working. Never asked my father for my pocket money, nothing, and he's very proud of that. When I just then I obviously it was a love marriage. I got married, and once I got married. I was told not to work, like, you can't work and all that things. But thankfully, that time, my husband, he, supported, no, 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 I think so. She needs to work and all that things. So please let her work and all. Anyways, I started working and doing things and everything. But, it was a small house and everything. And everybody was banging into each other. There was no space for a newly wed couple or anything. And, husband's habits were just the same. I feel personally like, once you get another person at home, there has to be slightly changes according to the other person also.
Men are never ever encouraged to change. It's the woman who has to make the changes, and ये चलता हुआ आया है इतने सालों से.
Yes, we have to, you have to make the change, you have to fit, you have to do everything and all. And if you try to do that, oh my god, yeah, so you know, you, oh my god, you're too much getting into it, and this and that, it doesn't work like this, it works like that, anyways, whatever it is. So another bad thing is that, like, you know, unfortunately that time that I couldn't conceive for 9 years. So you know, those 9 years were very heavy on me, very very heavy on me, because going to doctors and meeting them, and every 9 months was 9 year was like a 9 months pregnancy for me, all 9 years pregnancy. So, anyways, I went through all the process, everything, and I don't remember even a day when I was at ease, you know. But did that, got my two lovely twins, and they are like now 19. So now, after like, you know, my kids were born, I don't know, I have no clue about it, but definitely I know that my husband was involved before also, and that time also, that with another person. And I have on seen many places, I've read, I have seen movies about it, you know, that once you're in your pregnancy, you know, you men tend to, you know, have a relationship outside, you know, this is a very thing which I've heard, like, you know, I've heard it from many people, you know, when I was pregnant my husband. So I thought maybe I also, you know, experiencing that kind of a thing, and he's gonna be back, like, you know, obviously, you know, leaving your wife and two kids, why would anybody will go anywhere and all. But somehow I don't think so I was fitting into his criteria of loved one, that, you know, what a woman should be and how a woman should be. So it happened, it started, it didn't finish, then it got finished, then it again started with somebody else. And I caught him also few times with it. And then he just kept telling me, leave the house, leave the house. Now the problem was where to leave the house. You know, if I would have this 20 years of my age, like if you give me my 20 years back, I would definitely go back, work for myself, look for a house for myself. You know, I would definitely do something about myself, and I know where would I stay. But now, once you got me out of my house, 20 years I'm in your house, so many years I've been trying to conceive a baby, looking after your house and everything. Now, where will I go? You know, it's easy to say just leave the house. I don't have a parent who can support me, who can ask me, come beta, come back home and stay at our house. I don't have those parents. I don't have my parents who have so much of money who will say, okay, fine, we'll buy you a house, just stay there. You're in trouble. They can see me, I'm in bad trouble. They can, everybody could make out that I'm not at peace. I'm not happy there. But there was no one who was helping me. But baby, with thanks to that girl or their relationship, whatever it was, or maybe that little bit of humanity which my husband has, and so he just told me, fine, I will financially help you every month in particular amount. In this amount, you see the house for yourself, and you see what you can do. And my first question was that, okay, fine, you're asking me to leave the house, but you're asking these two girls also to leave the house. Won't you miss seeing their upbringing? Won't you miss seeing, okay, I'm a dead person for you, nothing for you, but don't you want to see how they are growing up? That time he was totally in love, I suppose, or not in his senses or whatever. So his one point was like, you know, no, I don't care. For my happiness, I can give up anything. That was one point which was like, you know, I was really, is that so? Then, okay, fine. And then I was crying one day in my terrace. I was just like, you know, crying. And my daughter comes up to me and says, Mama, why are you crying so much? So I said, Beta, it's like so difficult to leave the house after 20 years. And maybe he's not, but I'm too much in love. Like, you know, because, you know, what happened with the girl is when they haven't seen anyone else around you. And when you feel, you know, you've put all your happiness, goals, and everything in one pot, then you just see that only ki wo ug kyun nahi raha hai, why is it not growing, why is it not growing, you're so stubborn to dig again and again to see if the roots are coming or no. So the thing is, I said, nahi beta, it's so difficult, where will I go, what will I do, and all that thing. She says, okay mama, fine, don't go, but this is your God has given you this chance, okay? You don't want to go, don't go. But God will say, if you want to stay in this house, your situation will be the same. But if you move out of the house, it can change. So choice is yours. You want to stay, stay. We'll all happily stay. But you have to take a choice, because we want to respect you once we grow up. That what our mother was. That sentence, that line was just enough for me to make my decision. Was just enough. And that time I told him that, Rajiv, it's very difficult for me to take the decision, but yes, I have taken. We'll shift. We'll go out. So we shifted, and thankfully, he's been always very nice, kind, to give every month that amount without signing up anything, without saying anything. Every time he's given those that money. So people call me very lucky. Now this is another thing. Now people call me, you're very lucky, Alka. You've got separation, he's giving you monthly, and everything is fine. Outside, when you meet, you people are like friends, and everything is so good and all. You know what? This is more tough. You need to decide, you hate the person or you like the person. Now it's 28 years. In this Feb, you'll complete 28 years. I would like to know, where am I? Who am I? Am I a married person? I'm not a married person. Am I divorcee or I'm not divorcee? Am I lucky or I'm not lucky? So there are like so many things which is there in your mind, and you have to every day live with it. You have to go with that smile outside. You have to gracefully just lift your head up. You need to face everyone. You need to come back home. Nobody at home, nobody to ask you anything, but you are lucky.
But Alka, there's one question. If you were to change things, because I think, this in this podcast is about many women today are questioning this entire system of marriage, which is based on patriarchy. It's about a girl going into the man's house, learning the ways of the man's, family. And if they don't adjust, then it becomes a problem for the girl, right? You know it, I know it. And all girls who've been married during, our times between the 70s and the 80s, who were born during that time, have gone through these changes, and it is still continuing in many homes even now. So if you were to change things, do you think you would have been okay staying back in that house, being his wife and not getting the love, and being free today, as you are, and you're coming onto the podcast with so much of courage to talk about it? What would you choose, Alka?
Definitely, I'm not happy to go back in the same house. It was a very toxic thing, love, hate. आओ प्यार करो थप्पड़ मारो बाहर जाओ आओ प्यार करो inconvenience when you're convenient to do things when you want something love hug a person and say how are you and all and once the work is done bye see you so you don't understand but very sorry to say people we get very habitual to live in this relationship and I've seen many of my friends till now that they're very happily living like this very happily he loves us and but they don't realize the times they've got disrespected from everyone. Now the point is like you said that what can you change? There is nothing can be changed. The only thing which can change is your ethics, your upbringing. You know, you we have to today tell our until the time we don't do this no more. It's going to get very complicated. We have to tell our kids, if it's a boy, how to respect a woman, how to love her, how to help her, what to do. If from day one, from your child, boy child, you get all the housework done, give him the responsibility, what he has to do, make him tell him that this is the timings to come back home, this is how you're supposed to be at home, how you're supposed to help. These are the things you are supposed to teach your boy how to respect. If you do not, and if you says बेटा है मेरा, ये तो घूमेगा फिरेगा ऐश करेगा, इसको क्या कमी है, नौकर रखे हुए हैं, सब कुछ रखा है, बीवी आएगी खिलाएगी और वो ध्यान रखेगी, वो देख लेगी, कमाता है, सब कुछ करता है, लाके पैसे अच्छे से देगा, तो देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम. We are well to do. There is no problem. Any girl would love to be in a house because we are very well to do, right? Sorry, that does not work like this. You need to respect a woman. You need to know what women wants. And similarly, it's not about only a boy, I would always talk about girls. Today, my girls, they are studying abroad. They are in UK. They are like working hard. My only thing is I've told them that I want you to get married once you're standing on your own feet. The day you can show me you can earn this much for yourself, you can look after for yourself, then I will say yes for marriage. Until unless you forcefully want to get married, that's not my responsibility. But if you get married, I don't want to hear that this is not my duty to your husband. You are not supposed to say that this is not my duty. So, you know what? Women are actually very lucky that they can do multitasking. And we should feel proud of it instead of saying, why me, why मैं ही क्यों करूँ आके काम, मैं भी तो काम करके आई हूँ, मैं ही क्यों ये करूँ. No, we are multitasking and God has given us that kind of a strength. So we should feel very lucky about it that we can do it. So I would really want her always to respect her spouse for whatever he's earning, okay, and he's bringing home, giving it to her in a platter, like both of them are together, saying that this is our money to protect our house, to protect ourselves, and to provide.
So, Alka, you're talking about an equal relationship in this, where you're talking that the both of them should come onto one place and put all their things together and then look for a unified, idea of a home or a family. Yes. Yes. So, do you miss your daughters now that they're not here, with you? And how do you manage your lonely time, Alka?
It's very tough, very very tough, because opening your house when there's no one around, and just having your meal all by yourself, and getting up in the morning, nobody tells you that mama you're looking nice, and have a nice day, and looking at and kissing me and hugging me, you miss all that. You definitely miss, I'm missing my kids and all. But we should also realize one thing, that they we've given them wings now, and they have to fly. And I'm no one to just tell them to come back to their nest and just hug me and be with me. That is a very selfish thing to do, because I know one thing, the love they have for me, it's from everywhere. They're showering their love for me like everywhere and all. I'm getting blessings. I'm very happy. So obviously it's a very sad feeling, but I'm very happy because they are at the best place where I wanted them to.
Thank you, Alka, for being on today's episode. I think it is an honor for me, for you to open up your heart and share with me, personal incidents of your life. Thank you for being on Dear X, and it's an honor to have you today as my guest. Thank you, Alka.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Dear X from the creators of The Mohua Show. We would be delighted to get your feedback for these candid conversations that our guests shared with us. If you want to reach out to us, DM us at our Instagram page, The Mohua Show. We all know to call it quits isn't easy. To D or not to D isn't really an easy question to answer.